Welcome to WEBN Entertainment. I'm Bailule Hadgembes.
And I'm Kelley. Let's get into today's stories.
While accepting the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, Jay-Z calls out the Recording Academy. The rapper stated that music is subjective and brought his wife Beyonce into his speech. He acknowledged that while she has the most Grammy awards, she still has never won Album of the Year. The Recording Academy has been criticized several times for failing to recognize women of color and their achievements. Jay-Z says that some artists should not be placed in certain categories. While the crowd reacted, he added that when he's nervous, he tells the truth. Jay-Z encourages artists to keep showing up until they feel their work is seen.
Reggae superstar Sean Paul is set to go on tour this fall. The 22-stop tour starts in early May in Orlando, followed by a show in Miami Beach and Atlanta before coming to the Leaderbank Pavilion right here in Boston. The tour comes off the heels of his latest release, Great Duddy Money Redeem.
Now we go to Sommer Stokes for the latest news in TV and movies.
Thanks, Bailule. Shout out to all my fellow demigods. Percy Jackson and the Olympians has officially been renewed for Season 2 on Disney+. This announcement comes a week after the Season 1 finale, and fans are elated to say the least. Season 2 will be an adaptation of the second novel in the Percy Jackson series, The Sea of Monsters, and will follow Percy, Annabeth, and Grover on their ocean-bound quest to retrieve the Golden Fleece. The author of the original series, Rick Riordan, took to social media to share his excitement, saying, quote, "All hands on deck, demigods, we are heading for the Sea of Monsters." In a surprise announcement by Disney CEO Bob Iger, a Moana sequel is not only in the works, but is also set to premiere in November of this year. Moana 2 will be an epic musical voyage featuring Moana, Maui, and a new group of sea-bound creatures. Disney has yet to confirm if all the original voice actors will return for the sequel. However, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is set to reprise his role as the boisterous demigod Maui. Transgender actress and advocate Cecilia Gentili has died at the age of 52. Gentili was best known for her role in the hit HBO show Pose and as a trailblazer for Latina representation in the LGBTQ+ community. Friends and supporters of Gentili have taken to Instagram to share messages for the late star, including U.S. House Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, saying, quote, "Our community will never be the same without you, Cecilia." Gentili died on February 6th, and her cause of death has yet to be released. Season 3 of the award-winning schoolhouse comedy Abbott Elementary premiered Wednesday on ABC. The season kicked off with a supersized hour-long premiere. The 14-episode season will follow creator Quinta Brunson and her fellow teachers as they navigate another semester in the Philadelphia public school system. Student antics, unpredictable principals, and love triangles are expected, and you can watch every minute live on Wednesday nights or on Hulu the following day. That's all for TV and movies. Back to you at the desk.
A spin-off to the popular TV drama Suits is now in the works. The pilot episode for the spin-off known as Suits LA was ordered by NBC Universal earlier this month. Today, Com confirmed that production is set to start in Vancouver in late March.
Lifetime is set to release a docuseries surrounding Gypsy Rose Blanchard. In 2013, Blanchard was convicted of second-degree murder for her involvement in killing of the mother, Claudine Blanchard. The show will follow Blanchard's life post-prison sentence as she navigates day-to-day life, relationships, and self-identity. Blanchard says she is still getting used to her newfound fame and that she is having fun with it. You can't bring her down.
Action comedy movie Argylle had a rather underwhelming start at the box office. The highly unanticipated film only saw a total of $6.5 million in ticket sales from almost 4,000 venues across North America on opening day. Argylle has received a great amount of backlash and negative reviews throughout the first 7 days of being in theaters. This is heavily unfortunate for the staff behind the scenes, as this movie had a production budget of $200 million.
Coming up, find out which fashion trend dominated the Grammys red carpet.
Welcome back. Let's get back into today's stories.
With the Super Bowl halftime show around the corner, Usher leads the new Skims campaign. Skims, the shapewear brand founded by Kim Kardashian, has recently tapped into the men's market. Skims has partnered with athletes Neymar Jr. and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander back in October. The brand continues its place in the athletic world with the Super Bowl this Sunday. Skims is also collaborating with Usher's new album. The Skims website will feature a digital version of Usher's album titled Coming Home with an alternative cover and bonus track.
Now we go to Olivia Flanz for a look into this week's fashion news.
Thanks, Jake. Fashion designer Zach Posen is the new creative director of one of the largest apparel brands in the U.S., Gap Inc. The company said Posen will be the chief creative director for the Gap's Old Navy brand. He will be a lead of all design, marketing, and merchandising for Old Navy. Posen's experience in the industry ranges from working for Brooke Brothers, David's Bridal, and even being a judge for Project Runway. The 66th Grammy Awards saw a shift on the red carpet. Award shows are known to be a place where celebrities try to show off fresh new looks. This year, however, a fair amount of celebrities took a more vintage approach. Olivia Rodrigo wore a white Versace siren gown from 1995. Caroline Polachek rolled up in a gothic 1998 Olivia. Billie Eilish was shown wearing a retro Barbie baseball jacket that was upcycled by Chrome Hearts. In Miley Cyrus's performance of Flowers, she wore a dazzling silver fringe Bob Mackie. These outfits display how celebrities are taking to bringing out old outfits rather than receiving custom designs. Copenhagen Fashion Week revealed trends to come in fall 2024. The outfits display a combination of both functionality and aesthetics. The models walk down the runway in intense earthy patterns on all kinds of fabrics. The cold weather is known to bring in baggier clothes, yet the designs on this year's runway showed an emphasis on contouring the waistline, even with all these layers. Nordic knit sweaters and base layers were also worn as the models looked as if they were ready for the ski slopes. The runway also featured statement scarves, 80s trends, business casual, and an array of materials from sturdy tweed and denim and corduroy. Fashion and the environment never had a great relationship. A lot of the manufacturing that goes into creating clothes has a negative impact on the environment. There are sustainable solutions that would lessen the negative impact manufacturing has on the environment, but many think there needs to be a more restorative one. Based in California, Bolt Threads create a leather material from fungi. It goes through the same process animal skins go through, but the facility is powered by 100% renewable electricity. Another type of material is Risha, a biomaterial made from the roots of fungi, which is able to be made into luxury hats and other products. These materials have the same strength, texture, and quality as the high-end leathers, but are safer for the environment. That's all for this week's fashion news. Back to you at the desk.
A police investigation is underway after Australian actor Jacob Elordi got into a violent confrontation with a radio producer in Sydney on Saturday. The altercation occurred inside of a Sydney hotel in the eastern suburbs. Australia's Daily Telegraph says that Elordi was approached by Joshua Fox, who is a producer for the Kyle and Jackie O show. This then led to a confrontation between the two. Elordi is accused of pushing Fox against a wall with his hands around his throat.
Stay tuned to see our music correspondent's Grammys recap.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. High blood pressure silently affects millions of Americans. Staying on top of your blood pressure is as simple as these 4 easy steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit manageyourbp.org to learn more.
Welcome back to WEBN Entertainment.
Carl Weathers, known for his roles in Rocky and The Mandalorian, has died at the age of 76. His family tells Entertainment Tonight that he was an extraordinary person who lived an amazing life. Though he starred in over 75 movies and TV shows, Weathers is remembered as a beloved brother, father, grandfather, partner, and friend. Past co-stars like Adam Sandler and Julie Bowen, who worked with Weathers on the set of Happy Gilmore, took to Instagram saying that he is a legend and will be known for his great spirit. After being arrested after his Grammys wins, Killer Mike speaks out. Killer Mike, whose real name is Michael Render, was detained due to a physical altercation with a security officer. The rapper won 3 awards that night for Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, and Best Rap Performance. Render says he's feeling better than okay and that he thanks the Grammys committee for the honors. He was released hours later with 0 bail. When asked if his arrest overshadowed his win, the Atlanta rapper dismissed the comment. He states that with 30 years in his career and turning 50 in a couple of years, he beat the best of the best.
Now we go to our music correspondent, Meira Fiber-Munro, for a breakdown of the Grammy ceremony.
Thanks, Jake. In a surprise appearance, singer-songwriter Tracy Chapman took to the Grammy stage for the first time. Chapman was joined by Luke Combs in singing her 1988 hit single, Fast Car. Combs' cover reached #1 on Billboard's country charts and earned a Grammy nomination for Best Country Solo Performance. Joni Mitchell also performed at the Grammys for the first time. Mitchell's album At Newport won a Grammy for Best Folk Album, making her a 10-time Grammy winner. Singer-songwriter Annie Lennox called for a ceasefire in Gaza during her tribute to Sinead O'Connor after her performance of her song Nobody Compares to You. Lennox put her fist in the air and said, quote, "Artists for ceasefire, peace in the world." While Lennox was the only artist to say anything about the current humanitarian crisis in Gaza, Boy Genius band members Julian Baker, Lucy Dacus, and Phoebe Bridgers wore pins in support of artists' call for ceasefire now. Esperanza Spalding also wore a traditional Palestinian keffiyeh in support of the movement. Singer-songwriter Billy Joel returns to the Grammys and debuted his first new song in 17 years. Joel performed Turn the Lights Back On live, which was produced by songwriter Freddie Wexler. Joel will spend the rest of the year on tour with the likes of Stevie Nicks, Sting, and Rod Stewart. After announcing her diagnosis of stiff person syndrome last year, Celine Dion made an unannounced appearance at the Grammys as a presenter for the Album of the Year award. Dion reminisced about winning the award herself in 1997 for Falling Into You before announcing that Taylor Swift had won the award for 2024. Many criticized Swift for not recognizing Dion before accepting the award. However, a picture of the two of them backstage suggested that this was unintentional on Swift's part. That's all I have for music this week. Back to you at the desk.
Following the shocking news that broke Monday regarding the health of King Charles III, Prince Harry is already back home. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that the royal was seen at Heathrow Airport in London on Wednesday. Prior to his departure, Harry arrived in London from LA around 2 p.m. local time on Tuesday. Harry then made his way to the London Borough of Westminster, where he was ushered to the Clarence House to visit his recently cancer-diagnosed father for 45 minutes.
That's all for our show today. I'm Bailule Hadgembes.
And I'm Jake Kelley. Thanks for watching.